Welcome. We would like to share with you today a few interactive story ideas for your circle time.
Yes, the first idea that we have for you can go along with any feelings books. With ECFE, we love using board books because they're just the right length usually for our circle and our toddler twos and threes that we serve. So you can grab any book that has to do with feelings and get yourself a set of mirrors that you can use with your program. See if your coordinator or your director will purchase a set. They can be used in preschool, in ECFE, over and over and over again. You might want to do a little pre-teaching about how to be gentle with the mirror, but then you give the children the mirrors and read your story and talk about the emotions, have them make the face that they feel represents the emotion. So you say, okay, friends, we are this girl, oh, she is feeling happy. Show yourself in your mirror what it looks like when you are feeling happy. It is such a fun one to use in preschool, but also in ECFE with parents and kiddos together.
And I have a couple nursery rhymes. As you can see, my book is well loved because we all love nursery rhymes. They are great for pre-reading skills, and children love the repetition and rhyme, and you can repeat them as often as you can or want to, and they are learning every time and becoming more fluent as they are speaking them with you. So one example here is Humpty Dumpty. In your circle time, you can read it and then read it with the kids together. And then you get to do a little experiment that maybe some of you have done, where you can use, we like to use the red cardboard bricks, but anything that you can stack. And you can, of course, incorporate ESEPs with it, with counting and making predictions and scientific thinking. And you can add a brick and say, do you think Humpty Dumpty will break if he falls from the bricks? And then start with one and count it. And you can use a hard-boiled egg. You can even use a real egg with a cookie sheet, or you can use something that isn't an egg at all, a plastic egg, a cotton ball, a bouncy ball, and have a child come up and let Humpty Dumpty have a great fall. And then you can add a second or go to 3 and count them together and experiment even more with Humpty Dumpty. So that's a fun one.
I love that one. Kids get so into that one. And the, oh, will Humpty make it? Won't he? Will he? Won't he? This is another activity that you can adapt to any book that you might have about colors. I grabbed this one from the dinosaur line of books, but any book that you have that talks about colors, you do need to prep this ahead of time, but again, it's something once you have it prepped, you will be able to use it over and over again. But it's a little baggie of different colored somethings. I happen to have handy one of my little baggies of colorful hearts. You could do baggies of feathers, baggies of pom-poms, baggies of little strips of paper, anything that aligns the colors that are here with the colors that you're going to talk about in your book. This is a great activity to encourage children to follow directions, to work, of course, on color recognition. And as you're going through, you would start with okay, friends, we're going to open our bags, and I want you to set your colors, your hearts, out in front of you, following a direction. Now I'm going to read my story, and when you hear a color in my story, I want you to lift up that color. So this one starts, dinosaur colors start with red. And I would say, friends, show me your red heart. And so forth. While you have these, you can also do other following directions type activities like, all right, friends, put the orange heart on your head. Now put the orange heart on your knee. Okay, friends, we're going to put all of our colors in the bag. If they're really enjoying it and sticking with it, you can do color identification one by one. Pick up your orange heart, put it in the bag. It's very adaptable. You can make it last as long or as short as your audience is willing to participate.
And I have another nursery rhyme story idea. Jack be nimble, a short, quick one. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. And then if you want to draw a candlestick, or print out some clip art candlesticks and make copies of them. It is a great gross motor activity and a great following directions activity. You can have one child demonstrate at a time. You could take turns and ask another child. You could count them. Let's put down 3 candlesticks and have somebody jump over 3 hops. You can talk about different kind of hops, hopping like a frog or galloping over your candlestick like a horse. And you can also have lots of copies that after maybe you just demonstrate one hop during circle, that during the parent-child interaction time or after the parents leave, if you're doing this during ECFE, that the children can play together and do their own imaginative play with jumping over the candlestick or over the moon if you use another nursery rhyme.
And lastly, we have one book we would highly recommend if you don't have this book for your program yet. It's worth purchasing. There's a board book edition and a regular book edition, but it's called Pizza Pizza. It is so adorable to watch parents and children act this out. If you're in a preschool classroom, you could have your students act it out with either each other or a stuffed animal. But the book shows the father pretending that his son Pete is a pizza. And so he does to Pete all the things you would do to get a pizza ready. And so the parents and children get to act it out. And it has led, every time I've done it, to just absolute joy and giggles and connection, which of course is one of the biggest reasons that we are here. We are connecting to learn.
Yes, and absolutely. You're doing great things with connection every day in your programs. We know that you are. So keep sharing with each other and having fun with those interactive stories.
Perfect. Thank you for doing what you do.